Yo, what's up guys? So Anime Crusaders just had their part 1 Halloween update. So I'll get you through everything to know for this update and how to prepare for next update and the macro for the new Halloween event. Without any further delay, let's get started. Also, I'll leave a timestamp on the video so you can just skip to the part you want to watch. Alright, so in this update, there are a total of 5 new units. One is Dracula, and this is the 4 new units. So for Dracula, it's from the new banner, and for Kurumi, it's from the new portal. And for the 3 mythic, is also from the new banner. You just go to summon, and come here, and go to the Halloween banner too. And for the portal, you get them from the Dracula right here, the Halloween event. It's a 50 wave event, and it's really tedious to grind because the wave is really long. And to get everyone's removal materials, you just have to come to the Halloween event and go to shop, and here you can buy all of the different evil materials. There's also 200 extra divinity remnant. This will probably be refreshed next update, so make sure you just buy 200 of this before next update. And I can guarantee you Dracula and Kurumi is absolutely broken, so make sure you get them. And I heard that Bones is also really good, so you can get him as well. And Reyes is 5 placement, so you want Radiant Train on her, and she's also decent as well. I have no idea about Ayuma. I will put in the comments down below if I find out if it's good or not. Okay, now I will begin the macro guide. So to this video, I will give you 3 different macro guides. There's going to be 2 free ones and 1 paid ones. The first one is the least efficient way because you get the least amount of rewards, but it's also the easiest way. Second way is the second most efficient way. You get the most reward as well, but it's very unstable. And the third way, the paid one, is the most stable one. It's 100% win rate, so yeah, you can choose based on your own choice. Okay, so starting with our first method, what you have to do for this, you don't have to bring any units. All you have to do is just have auto start on and auto skip away one. So what this basically does is basically let the enemies go to your base and you will lose, but you still keep the pumpkins you get. So this is only good if you're a beginner because this is the least efficient way possible. So please don't do this if you have good enough units to finish this event. For the second method, you will need a tiny task or informer task. I highly recommend you to use informer task because informer task is more efficient, it's more stable, but both works. I'll put the link for both in the description down below. Okay, so for the recommend units, literally any units will do because it's really not that hard as long as you don't pick the debuff cards. But anyways, for units I would use is Shadow because I have Crusader on him, and Akuzo vs Goku. Getu is definitely must. I mean, not must, but it's definitely highly recommended because it's definitely one of the best macro units in the game. He also got fixed because his HP is also based on the multiplier now, so his HP also times by 11 or whatever, or however your damage multiplier is. And of course, bring Lloyd. You only need 1 farm, I think, unless you're using your units are now Crusader, then you have to bring 2 farms, 1 speed card and 1 Lloyd, of course, and of course bring Idol for extra damage. If you for some reason don't have any secret units for mythics, Tenjo is really good. Tenjo is one of the best mythic unit in the game. He's also hybrid because he's Hiso. He's also hybrid. Giyu is a meta support. He's really good. You can also use Slime. He's also hybrid. Boo is also hybrid. Boo is also really good. And you can also use King. King is definitely one of the best units in the game, and is free. You get him from the daily reward. I'm not sure if you still can get him, but he's definitely one of the best units. So if you have him, please use him. You can use Chahei, but she's not hybrid, so she's ground only. You have to bring Chonin because Chonin is hybrid, but Chonin is heal unit. Okay, now, so for this method, of course, you want to zoom in fully out. I personally want to walk here because this is the best place to start your macro. And make sure you have your settings on auto skip waves on and auto start game off. And press F to open and manage before you start the game. Now you want to click on record. This works. The process is the same for both informer tasks and tiny tasks. You can just follow the tutorial anyways. Now you want to click on record and spam click on yes. Just keep spam click on yes just in case if it doesn't start or anything. Most likely I want to click yes until I can place on my farm. So now I place on my farm, and I would also place on my AI. Then I would place on one of my DPSs like this. Now, if your DPS units are weak, then you make sure you want to place down one Getu as well, just in case if they pass through. Now I want to start auto upgrading my Lloyd. For the tickets, you just want to keep spamming click on this. On the left side, there are normally the buff cards. On the right side, there are the debuff cards. I highly don't recommend you to choose the card on the right because even though you have the most mana unit in the game, you still won't be able to do it because it's honestly pretty challenging. So please just keep spamming click on the card on the left. If I were you, I would always keep spamming the card on the left because every time you do it, the speed might be different. So card might be appearing earlier or later on. So just keep spamming like this. See, all of the buff cards are mostly on the left. I don't know why. This is also work the same way as the evasion mode. So you always want to spam click on the left. Now our farm is maxed out. I would max upgrade my idol first, like this, and I will keep spam clicking on the left just to pick the card just in case. Once our idol is maxed out, I would start placing my rest of my DPS unit like this. My Sanjin. I just bring Sanjin because it's just extra DPS, so I can do it faster. You don't have to if you don't have him. Of course, we keep spamming clicking the cards. If somehow you miss a card, don't worry. The game will automatically pick cards for you. But I prefer just click on the card myself because they might pick the cards that are debuffing, which is not something I want. That's why I want to spam click on the left. Okay, once you place everything down, you want to start auto upgrading your DPS units. If I were you, you have all the Crusader units, all the best units. You can just literally just auto upgrade all the units. It doesn't really matter. Like this, then you're set to go. Now just keep left click on the right side, on the left side for the cards. But yeah, this is pretty much what you do. I will skip until I reach the boss. Also, one thing, if you picked buff cards for the first 30 waves, you can also consider to choose debuff cards on the right side, because you probably have enough buff cards to finish the boss off. Even in the end, it become like 700 million HP. So unless your units are pretty weak, then don't do this. If your unit is strong enough, then please start choosing the cards on the right side to get the most rewards. Alright guys, so we finally finished. So after you finish this, I would highly recommend you to wait for another actual 1 minute, since it's really inconsistent because the cards are randomized. So sometimes you would do it faster, sometimes you do it slower. So I would highly recommend you to wait like actual 1 minute to wait until you can click the replay. Okay, so we waited enough. Now we're gonna spam click on replay. You wanna spam click on replay until you see the start button. Keep on replay. You wanna continue to click on replay for like extra 15 seconds just in case if anything happens, lags or whatever. And now you want to click on stop, and that's it. To start a macro, you want to click on Control L. The macro started. I am not touching my mouse anymore. It's all doing by itself. I won't show you the whole thing. I just want to prove you the point that it actually works. As you can see, it's placed on my units and it's doing everything I just did before. But anyways, this is it for the method. I won't show you the whole thing because that will take too long. To stop the macro, you have to click on Control A. Now it's done. That's it. Now moving on to a pick method. This is the last method we have. The tool is called Informal Frag Macro. So what this does is basically it guarantees you a 100% success rate, or 100% the same as what you want to do. So basically it's guarantee you to place on units on like tiny tasks, informal tasks. Sometimes even though you click, it might not place on units, but this one it will not go to the next step until you actually place on units. That's why it's most efficient. It also only takes like around 5 minutes to set up the macro. It's way more time efficient as well. And if you actually consider to buy this, please use my code MIMO. It would help me out a lot. Thank you very much. And when you download it, make sure you turn your anti-virus off and add it as an exclusion folder. Don't worry, it's not a virus, and it's also partnered up with a lot of TD games such as Anime Vanguards, Anime Last Stands, CDX, and Crusaders. And you have to get a key when you buy it to activate it. To activate it, you have to join a Discord server, which you can find around here. Just click on Discord, you'll join the Discord, and then just claim the key and redeem the key. That's it. Okay, so once you downloaded it, you can just extract it to desktop. This is the most efficient and easiest way possible. So open it, then click on Informal Crusaders, then click on main.exe. You want to wait a bit. And now this will open. And for the settings, make sure you have the exact same settings I have, otherwise your macro might break. Of course, you want to lower your graphics to the lowest and click on settings. Now just follow my settings, copy it exactly the same. So now you want to go back to the Informal Frag macro and click on this. Once you click on this, you will see this stuff. It looks scary at first, but don't worry, I'll explain everything. But before we do that, you want to zoom out fully like this, and then you want to take a screenshot of the little square right here. Make sure it's exactly within the frame, otherwise it might break. Like that, then you want to save whatever you want. I already took the screenshot. So now we want to go back to the folder. Click from Frag macro, click on images, click on map images, then edit this, and you want to copy paste the name and paste the name on the picture you want to replace it with. So I'll drag this out first. I'll rename this because I don't want to replace it. Name it to 1, and I'll drag it out. Now I want to put my actual image here. Now it's replaced. Now when you go back to the Informa Frag macro, you click on select, and now it will show your own image. So what you want to do, I have to reset my settings first, so be right back. Okay, so now what is unit slot? Unit slot is basically your unit slot. Like, there's nothing to explain. Let's say if I want to place down my Lloyd first, I would just tap in 5 and place on wherever. Priority is, as you can see, if you want to hit a unit first or close or last or weak, is your own choice. For upgrade, of course, this is self-explanatory. For X, Y, this is where you want to place your units, and this is the most important. You're gonna click on select, and you want to right click on where you want to place your units. First of all, I want to place down my Lloyd here, so I'll right click here, and now I'll type in 5, and now I want to place down my idle, so I'll type in 6 and click on select and click on right click. Now, of course, as I said before, I want to place down my DPS first, at least one of them. I'll type 1. No, this is 2. I'll go first. I'll type 2. Select. I'll place some units here, I think. Here is good enough. And for next, I'll place on my Ghetto. So I'll type 3. Select. I place it here since it doesn't do damage anyways. Now, I want to upgrade my farm slot. So I will type in 5. Like this. Now, I have to copy exact same coordinates. Otherwise, it will break. Copy the exact same coordinates. Then select max. Same as the idle on the max upgraded. I want to copy exact same coordinates like this. Now you want to also choose max. After this, I want to start placing on my other DPS as well. So I will type in 1 and select. I'll push down my set here. Now for my Sunjin, I would place my, I'll type 4 because I have 3 placements. So I type in 3 times. I want to select where I want to place them. I would probably place down my Sunjin here, I guess, and keep selecting. Select. Now I want to max upgrade my DPS, so I will find wherever I place my Akuzo first. Where did I put my Akuzo? Okay, my Akuzo is placed here, so I'll copy 3 to 7. I'll put it here. You type unit slot 2 as well. Copy the exact same coordinates and max it out, of course. And for my Sid, I would want to click on 3 to 3. Copy the exact same coordinates, of course, again, and max it out. And same as for the rest of the Sanju units, I'll just copy the exact same coordinates like this and choose max. And yeah, choose max. Copy the coordinates and choose max. And now we're done. Just make sure you don't miss any steps. Now you want to click on save config. You can also put your webhook URL. You can get it from Discord server. What this does is basically, it will send you a screenshot every time it completes and show you the rewards. So in that case, even if you lose, it will tell you if you lost. So you can come back and fix it. Now, to start it, you want to click on F1. Yeah, now we'll start zooming out. We'll start place down the units. And also, we'll automatically click on start game. Now, I'm not doing anything. I'll just show you why it actually works. See? And it's placed on units by itself. Now it's going to place down the next unit. Yep, place on idle. Okay, I won't show you the whole process, but there's one thing to know. Once you finish the macro and you start it, you want to press F2 to pause it. And then you want to come here and turn on auto start. Because for some reason, if you don't turn auto start, it will just box off for some reason. I have no idea why. So please make sure you turn auto start once you start the macro. Once you finish clicking auto start, just click F2 again. Then you're good to go. But yeah, I won't show you the whole thing because that just takes too long. But I will at least prove you that it will pick the card by itself. It will always pick the buff card. So if you want to pick the debuff card, unfortunately you cannot. So if you don't like that, then go back to the Informer task or Tiny task method. As you can see, it's picking the buff card automatically. Now let's talk about how to prepare for next update. Next update is also going to be a Halloween update. So what you want to do is basically keep doing the Halloween event, save as much as pumpkin currency as possible. Then of course get all of the summon banner unit. They're not going to be gone, but just get them as soon as possible anyways, because why not? And also you want to buy all of the divine raniment, all the stats cube, all the perfect stats cubes, because there's a high chance this might be restocked next update. I'm not sure about this, but just buy anyways. If it restocked, then it's good. Anyways, this is it for the guide. I hope you found it helpful or just enjoyed the video. If I missed something, please let me know in the comments down below. I also stream very often, so consider subscribing so you can be notified every time I stream. I stream both on Twitch and YouTube. I'm also consider streaming on TikTok if that's your thing. And also, if you want to be part of my community, join my Discord server. I'll put the link in the description down below. All of the link is mentioned in this video will be linked in the description down below. Thank you for watching.